Hey guys, welcome back to the Breaking Bad review. Sorry this one's a little bit late. Basically, I had to go to my friend's birthday party last night, so I missed Breaking Bad, and then I was watching it with my mom, so I had to wait till she was available. And then I just watched it just now, so I'm trying to try to get this video as soon as possible. I'm sorry I'm a day late. Won't happen again, most likely, unless I get busy again. Follow me on Twitter, then you'd be notified that I would be busy. Link in the description. Now, let's be spoiler-filled. If you have not seen this episode yet, do not watch this video, because it will spoil everything. I'm going to have my notes over here. If I look over here, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Let's get started. Let's go. Okay. This one was Season 5, Episode 10, Buried. It starts off and all the money is being found that Jesse just threw her out and decided to be Paperboy. This old man's finding it and he's like, there's more of this, and he ends up seeing Jesse's car just like blinking. And he walks up, sees like the millions of dollars in his car, and he looks to the right. And you just see Jesse on this, like, I'm not even sure what it's called. I'm blanking right now. I don't even know what it's called. But he's on this, like, spinning thing. And I thought this was kind of like, what it meant to me was, like, it symbolizes that he's just going in circles. Whenever anything's about to get good, it goes bad again, and he's sick of it. He wants to break the circle, but he just can't. So it's just going around, and he's looking crazy. Like, you look in his eyes, he's like, I don't know what to do, because he just threw as much money as he could, and he still has millions of dollars that he can't get rid of. First world problems. Then we get the awesome intro. I love the intro for this show. Then we get to see the aftermath from that garage altercation between Hank and Walt. Walt's walking back into his car, immediately gets on the phone, and they cannot get a hold of Skyler. They can't. Or he can't. Hank did, and Hank arranges a meeting to go to the diner. So then Walt and Skyler are at the diner. They're talking. And this reminded me of, like, because I'm pretty sure that Lydia and Walt met at a diner. So now Skyler and Hank are met at a diner. I was like, oh, connections. That's pretty cool. So they're talking, and Skyler's not want to give up any information. She's just thinking, Walt's going to get off scot-free. I can't say anything. She asks for a lawyer. Hank's like, no, you don't need a lawyer. You don't need one. Hank informs her that the cancer is back, and she did not know of this, clearly. And, to going back and forth, Hank gets out, like, the recording device and puts it down and is like, now tell me everything. Go as long as you want. And she's like, let's not do this right now. And he's like, no. Let's do it right now. And it's like, no. She's like, I'm not doing this right now. She's trying to remain calm. They're just having a casual conversation. And actually she's like, am I under arrest? And Hank won't say if she is or not. He's just like, oh, no, of course not. You're not under arrest. What could you possibly be under arrest for? And it's like, she's going to be under arrest. So then she gets him and goes, am I under arrest? And they start making a scene. Eventually she just screams, am I under arrest? Because Hank at this point is grabbing her arm, like, not letting her go. And then because everyone's seeing this now that he's just forced to be let go. He is now forced to let her go, and she goes back to the house. And then before this scene, Walt went to the car wash, and nobody was there. He's like, oh God. Then he went to Saul. Skyler tries to call Walt while he's at Saul's, and Walt really wants to pick it up. But Saul's like, no, don't pick up that phone. Why the hell does it still have batteries in it? Where's going to take the batteries out? Because he cannot talk over the phone. Because in Saul's mind, Skyler's going to cahoodle with Hank, and that phone's being wiretapped. It's very smart. I mean, it's not what happened, but it's a very smart move. Also, with the NSA apparently being able to check everything, a good thing. Before this scene, I think, or after, I don't exactly remember, these two cops are not, like, they reminded me as if it was like a buddy cop movie. These two, like, people who work for Saul take all the money. At this humor scene, one guy's like, I have to do this, and just lays on it, and he's like, oh. The two people take the money, put it in these barrels, and go back to Saul's. Walt walks out, sees the barrel, sees enough. He's like, okay. He gives the money, gives, like, Saul's share of the money. Okay, here you go. And then he drives out to the middle of nowhere and starts burying it. That's where we get the name Buried. He's burying all his money. And also, I guess he's philosophically or metaphorically trying to bury... I guess he's burying the evidence. He's also trying to bury his past and just... so no one can hold anything against him. He's burying it. And that hole gets freaking deep. And there was this one shot I thought was phenomenal when it showed... I guess the camera went on like the barrel because you can see it like being pushed and then stopping because he can't do it all at once. He's just too exhausted. He's working his ass off trying to get this thing in there. It's like, that's an American man. It's a hard-working man. Then he gets the coordinates, memorizes them, and smashes it. And I thought this was genius. Then it cuts from the thing being smashed, and you can see the coordinates, to a lottery ticket with the coordinates on it. I was like, where's he gonna write it down? That's genius. Just a lottery ticket. That's nothing to him, and it's actually everything. It was so good. Then Marie comes to visit Skylar. The two are talking, and Marie's piecing it together. Is like, when did you know? Did you know before Hank got shot? She's staying quiet the entire time, and she goes, I'm so sorry. These, like, the scenes between Hank, Skylar, and Marie, they're so well acted. Everybody in the show is a fantastic actor. There's not a single bad performance, I think, in the show's history. It's just out of this mind amazing. And then Marie just goes and bitch slaps. It goes smack. And he runs off, and Skylar's just sitting there, just, like, worried. All of a sudden, you hear Holly cry, and Skylar's like, oh, shit. Marie tries to steal Holly, and I was like, oh, my God. Is this really happening? Eventually, they start yelling. Marie signals to Hank to have Hank come in, and then Hank's like, he's like, put her down, Marie. Marie! Put her down! Just yelling at her, and Marie's like, fine, gives Holly back over, and Skylar's like, they're just thinking, like, about fucking time. This is my fucking baby. And then afterwards, Walt has arrived home, and he faints in the bathroom in his underwear and nothing else. And I thought that was kind of like a callback to, because that was how I guess because the series started with him in his underwear, and not anyway with him in his underwear. But I guess it's a callback or whatever, because now he has cancer again. And he says to Skylar the cancer's back. Or no, I don't think he tells her, but Skylar says the cancer's back, isn't it? And he just kind of acknowledges it. And Walt says he wants Skylar to keep all the money, and he'll just turn himself in. He doesn't really care. And then Skylar's like, if you turn yourself in, the money will be found, and I won't keep it at all. So their best course of action right now is to keep silent, play out the last couple months of his life, have him die scot-free. That's what they're planning. Then you cut to Lydia. She's visiting Declan's meth lab. She goes inside. It's a pretty clever lab. It's like a bus underneath the desk. I thought that was pretty cool. And they go inside. She's looking, and she's basically just saying this is fucking shit, and you have to get your shit together. And she's like, bring back Todd. He was taught by Heisenberg. And Declan, I don't know how to pronounce it, is like, first 2 times he did well. 3rd time he started a goddamn fire. And then one guy's like, we have trouble. So they go inside. Lydia stays in like an underground bunker. We just hear gunshot, 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 gunshot. Then the door opens. And it's Todd. I was like, Todd's back. Yay. And Todd's like, and he's like, come on. And she's like, okay. And she's like, I don't want to see it. Oh, that's okay. Close your eyes. Okay. She's like, close her eyes, and then puts her hand over her face and is being led through. And at this point, his uncle, Todd's uncle, is like, are you fucking serious? Just looks at her, and then the clan's still alive. He's like, he's kind of crawling and then Jack walks up and goes, "Fire in the hole!" Just, it's so epic. It's so cool. And you see, it's Todd's uncle and like the gang that helped commit all the murders in episode 8. So they are back in town, baby. Now, and then it cuts to the like last scene. Marie has Hank go back to work. Hank's gonna arrange a meeting to tell everybody about Heisenberg and Walt and turn Walt in basically and say his hunch, because he first wanted to go in with concrete proof and have it be like no discussion, just go arrest him. But Marie said, Hank, if they figure it out somehow before you, you're going to jail for knowing. You'll be an accomplice. He's like, yeah. So he goes and he arranges the meeting. Well, in the meantime, he learns that Jesse Pinkman's being interrogated because of he was throwing money in people's doorsteps. Robin Hood, they mentioned. Oh, that's a pretty cool reference. Jesse's just standing there, stone-eyed, like he's not budging. He's not gonna budge at all. Eventually, the two cops come out, and Hank's like, "Let me give a try." That's like just the conversation. They're like, "Okay, you can keep an eye out, or you can keep an eye on him for us." And he's like, "I can do that." Then he walks in. We're like, "We're gonna get the confrontation." Fades to black. I'm like, not another week. No. Oh my! I cannot wait till next week to see Hank and Jesse talk. Because Jesse's the only person that is capable. I guess not the only person that's capable, but the only person that can turn Walt in and have it, and he's in a state of mind to do so. So, a very exciting episode. So I will tell me your thoughts below the episode. What do you think is gonna happen later? I'm always on the Reddit Breaking Bad and seeing theories. It's really I found a lot of fun. Let's discuss, talk below, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't also for more Breaking Bad reviews and gaming videos. I love you all. See you guys next time. Goodbye.